This is the moment our kids stop talking. 3 days, 5 stops, one city that made our kids go completely silent. And then, a few nights later, had them cheering and playing football in a plaza with a group of kids they'd never met and couldn't say a single word to. Both of those moments happened in Barcelona. We're Level Up Adventures, a family that really loves a good trip. And this one was something else. 7 days across Spain, 3 cities, 1 island. We've packed this episode with every tip we wish we'd known before we left. What to book, what it costs, what to skip, and the one move that made the whole trip run like clockwork. All right, Barcelona, let's go. Before we start, the one move that made this entire trip run like clockwork. Skip the taxis, download Google Maps. Barcelona's public transit is one of the easiest systems we've used anywhere in the world. We grabbed the Hola BCN card. It covers the metro, buses, trams, and even the airport transfer, all on one tap. You can get it in 2, 3, 4, or 5-day versions. Every major attraction in the city is on Zone 1. One more thing while we're at it, and this will save someone some grief. Don't bother eating on La Rambla. It's beautiful to walk. The energy is great. But the restaurants along it are overpriced tourist traps serving food with no soul at double the price. Walk 2 blocks in any direction, and you'll find the real Barcelona. We'll show you exactly where we recommend in a few minutes. All right, now we're set up. 5 stops, starting with the one that made our kids go quiet. We kicked things off at the Basílica de la Sagrada Família, and photos simply do not prepare you for this place. Gaudí began this in 1882. They are still building it today, with completion now targeted for 2030, depending on who you ask. Step inside and light pours through the stained glass in every color imaginable. The scale, the detail, the sheer ambition of it stops you cold. Now, practical tip, and this one is important: book your tickets online well in advance. We're talking at least 2 to 3 weeks ahead. They sell out, and there is no walk-up option. A standard entry with the audio guide runs about €26 per adult. Kids under 11 are free. If you're going through without a guide, download the official Sagrada Família app. It's a free 45-minute audio guide in 19 languages. That said, we honestly recommend going with a guide to get the full experience. You can't exactly ask questions of the audio guide if you want to know more. One more tip: if you can, time your entry for late afternoon. The setting sun hits the stained glass from the west side, and the interior lights up in a way that honestly looks impossible. The kids went completely quiet. That almost never happens. We took approximately 400 photos and still didn't do it justice. From sacred architecture to the religion of football, we made our pilgrimage to Spotify Camp Nou and the FC Barcelona Museum. Worth knowing before you go, the stadium is currently mid-renovation, so the traditional Camp Nou tour isn't available. But the Barça Immersive tour they've replaced it with is brilliant. 18 interactive zones covering a century of history, a full 360-degree room where the club's greatest moments play out on every wall around you. The kids were locked in from start to finish, even if they couldn't get one past that pesky robo-keeper. Die-hard Barça supporter or not, the energy in this place is completely undeniable. We've linked the current ticket options in the description. Book ahead, go early. But the best moment with a football in Barcelona? That wasn't here. That came later, in a place we weren't expecting it at all. Then came Park Güell, Gaudí again, because one astounding landmark was apparently not enough for this city. A few things before you go. Book tickets online in advance. The monumental zone caps visitors per time slot and sells out fast. Aim to arrive right when it opens. The busiest window is 11 to 4, and the early morning light on those mosaics is spectacular. Also, and most people don't know this, the forest zone surrounding the main park is completely free to enter. It's a beautiful walk with stunning viewpoints, and a great option if you're traveling with budget in mind. Last thing for Park Güell, skip the walk uphill. The V19 bus drops you practically at the gate. The paid monumental zone itself, mosaic terraces, surreal dragon staircases, winding stone paths, and views over Barcelona that stretch all the way to the sea. Part fairy tale, part fever dream. The family verdict? Unanimous. Go. Barcelona fed us incredibly well. Here's exactly where we went and what to order. Morning started at Asun Esmorzars, Ie Flika. Fresh bread, excellent coffee, warm local energy. But the real showstopper? The pancake stacks. These were not your average breakfast order. Layered, stacked, completely over the top in the best way. The boys were obsessed. A perfect start to every single day. The afternoon of our arrival, we found La Barreta del Barri for lunch. And this was incredibly lucky. Hand the reins to the owner and let her cook. She sent out course after course of incredible tapas, each one better than the last. Special mention for the patatas bravas and her house-made sauce. We have been chasing that exact flavor ever since. Non-negotiable. Ordered them. On many evenings, we wandered into the Gothic Quarter, that ancient, beautiful maze of narrow streets that feels like stepping back 500 years. The Gothic Quarter is genuinely easy to get lost in, and that's half the fun. Give yourself a full evening. No map. No itinerary. Just walk and let it reveal itself. One night, we found Carlos and Matilda. Warm service. Pure Barcelona atmosphere. And then, somewhere between starters and our nightcap, something happened that we didn't plan and couldn't have predicted. The boys ended up out in the plaza playing football with a group of local kids. No common language, not a single word they shared. Didn't matter at all. They played until we had to pull them away, and honestly, of everything we saw and did across our week in Spain, across every landmark and every meal, this might be the moment we talk about the most. That's what happens when a city is so alive. It gives you things you didn't know to ask for. For the adults, Mariposa Negra cocktail bar. Craft cocktails that are works of art, served in handcrafted ceramic cups made by the pottery studio right next door. We liked them so much, we bought several to bring home. Creative, complex, beautifully presented. Do not skip this one. 3 things we wish we'd had more time for, because they came up over and over when we asked locals. The Bunkers del Carmel for the best panoramic view of the city at sunset. The Palau de la Música Catalana, a Gaudí-era concert hall that somehow has no line. And the Picasso Museum, housed in 5 different medieval palaces on Carrer Montcada. Next time. And there will be a next time. 3 days in Barcelona felt like a full education in architecture, history, food, and what it looks like when a city fully commits to being alive. We left wanting more, which is exactly how a place should make you feel. But Barcelona was only chapter 1. From there, we caught a flight to the island of Mallorca, where crystal clear coves, a cooking class the kids still talk about, vineyard dinners that turned into dancing, freshly caught tuna, and cliff jumps that reshuffled family dynamics permanently were all waiting for us. That's part 2. Subscribe so you're there when it drops. Leave your Barcelona questions below. Level up, everyone.